Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Paige and this is my open book. We finally got a new bookshelf, so we're gonna try and reorganize the books. I don't know what it's gonna look like yet, but I'm definitely gonna try to expand the romance section into this shelf for sure. I'm just trying to decide, because right now this shelf over here I have series put together for like my favorite authors, and I'm wondering if I should put all of my series together still, or if I should mix it by genre. I don't really know. But I think what I might try to do is like on this middle shelf maybe have certain books spotlighted, but I also have this bookshelf over here. So I definitely have plenty of space to work with. I'm just gonna play around with it and I'll check in with you guys once I have a plan. So grab a drink and grab a snack and let's get into it. Hi guys, it's a couple days later. Actually almost a week later, but it's fine. Let me give you an update of where I left off with the bookshelves. I feel like they're in a pretty good spot. We mainly just have to decorate now, but I wanted to show you how I decided to organize them. So for this bookshelf over here, this is the one that is not in the background of my videos typically, so I didn't really care about the aesthetics of this one too much. This one was more about utilizing the space in the best way. So this top shelf is really tall, so it's easy for me to stack the books up this way and I can actually fit more. So I put some books here that I'm not like reaching for all that often. Like there's some like hardback historicals, Nicholas Sparks, Nora Roberts, I don't even remember what the series is called, Sookie Stackhouse, that I haven't even started, but I was just collecting them from thrift stores, some Colleen Hoover books, and some Emily Henry books. Again, ones that I don't really care if they're not in the background of my videos because I don't really talk about them very often. And then this shelf is very small. So the only thing I can really fit on this shelf are the mass market paperbacks, honestly. And the cool thing is I can also like double stack them. So historicals mainly, but mass market paperbacks are perfect for that shelf. Then here I've got my thrillers and mysteries. Kind of a mixture, but I do have a lot of Agatha Christie's, but I put my special editions on another shelf, which I'll show you in a second. The Natural series, of course. And then we've got just like general fiction books, and then the bottom shelf is nonfiction. Again, I don't really reach for those very often, so that's what this shelf is looking like. Over here is where I put all of my romances and fantasy. So as you can see on the top, I kind of have like special editions. Of course, I've got my Megan Quinn special editions. I've got some signed books. And then this is more so like fantasies, so ones with like really pretty straight edges that I wanted to display. And this is mostly fantasy. I've got my Sarah J Maas shelf, my J.R. Ward shelf, and then we've got some other series here like the Scarlett St. Clair Greek mythology inspired romantasy series, my Shatter Me series, and then this is just kind of mixed between other fantasy books. Some of them are romantasy, some of them are young adult, some of them are paranormal. It just kind of depends. Then let me move this chair out of the way. This middle shelf I mainly wanted to be like some of my favorite series, or just like, I guess this is the shelf I cared mostly about the aesthetics instead of organization, because this is going to be the background of most of my videos. So we've got Taylor Jenkins Reid, she's one of my favorites. The Knock 'Em Out series by Lucy Score. Here's where I put my special editions of the Agatha Christie books, since they kind of take up a lot of room. But I just love these floral spines. I love the way they look together. This is a sports romance shelf, but I kind of have my two favorite sports romances right now on display. Deep End and Fangirl Down, of course. And then here I've got some other Tessa Bailey books, Anna Huang, Melanie Harlow, and then these are some books I recently got from my friend Cassie. She just redid the covers of her Portland Inferno series, and they're so cute. So I didn't really have room on my sports romance shelf for those, but they're close enough, you know. And then we've got my A.L. Jackson shelf, of course, with some special editions. And then this is more like dark romance, kind of. And then this shelf is kind of like not fantasy, but not just romance. They're like a mix, but like they're not dark. I don't know. Kind of a... I was trying to separate them, but not every book falls into an easy category. You know what I mean? So that's fine. Then this is my just like strictly romance shelf. So I have them in order by author's last name, just so that, you know, series can stay together and it's easier for me to find something when I'm in the mood for it. So yeah. And there's plenty of room. I've got like all my coloring books down on that bottom shelf for now. But this is great because I have a lot of room to buy even more books, which is what we all want. So yeah, we're in pretty good shape. Now I just have to decorate. All right guys, the bookshelves are finally done. I was able to do all the decorations. I got these vines and these light up candles from the Dollar Tree. I got two of these that are kind of like pink and warm colors. And then I got two that are more like cool toned blues, green. So as you can see on this shelf, I just put up some, these are some decorations that were left over from my old bookshelf setup. So I've got a Little Mermaid quote there, some flamingos, they're my favorite animals, so you'll see those sprinkled in a lot of places. I also put a couple of flower pots. These are all fake, don't worry. Okay, here it is with the candles turned on. I think it just adds to the vibe. I even have this little light up flamingo that I think is super cute over here. I'm obsessed. These flameless candles I feel like really make the biggest difference. And I've got some Little Mermaid McDonald's toys. Like I said, you will sense the theme. I love mermaids and flamingos, so that's kind of the aesthetic. I've also got these little heart ones that I got. I think I got these from the either from like Michael's or Target, I can't remember, but they came in like a little set. Again, more flowers. And then these I know all came from Michael's. It was part of their like Halloween collection, but they were kind of more pinky Halloween, so I thought those would be cute by the dark romance section. Yeah, I think it came out really cute. I already like can't stop staring at it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below telling me, let's see, what should the comment be? Maybe just comment a candle emoji because I can't really think of anything else. Be sure to subscribe so you can see my future videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye.